Sunny.
Kiryu-san. Came here for a drink, did you?
They say booze is the best medicine.
I don't need to hear your excuses. What you drink is none of my business, after all. I won't comment.
Appreciate it. Mind if I sit here?
Not at all. Still, I can hardly believe it. The Kazuma Kiryu comes wandering in and sits next to me for a drink. How surreal.
It's not that big a deal. I'm just a middle-aged man with graying hair. But you're not just the head of the Komijul. You took command of the Yokohama Liumang as well. And all your subordinates have entrusted you with their lives. It must be a heavy burden to bear.
Huh. You flatter me.
That was a burden I've abandoned.
Oh yeah, right. That. About 20 years ago, you retired right after becoming the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan. Had you not, I wonder if the Tojo clan would have turned out any differently.
Who can say? But the Tojo clan would have disbanded regardless. The times have changed. And I doubt I'd be able to do a single thing about it. Not by myself. If anything, were I still at the top, the Tojo clan might have disbanded much sooner. I didn't have it in me to lead.
Do you really think so? 'Cause the way I see it, you just dislike being part of the herd.
You don't mince words, do you?
Oh, I meant no disrespect.
It's fine. I wasn't offended. It was actually quite refreshing. Only the head of an organization could speak so bluntly.
So long as the underworld abides by its own laws, being the head doesn't mean much. And if someone gets any bright ideas, then all I have to do is stare them down. That's basically everything in the job description. Easy, right?
You don't like to show any weakness, do you?
You don't like showing any sort of weakness, do you? The fact that you've managed to shoulder such a heavy burden while keeping your cool is quite impressive, honestly.
People tell me that all the time, but it's really not that hard. I enjoy what I do and the position I hold. Of course, it was challenging at the start, but I didn't need any training to learn a thing or two about leadership.
You were the right person for the job. Both the Komijul and the Liumang are lucky to have you as their leader.
I'm honored you think so.
You good on time?
Oh, there's no way I'm calling it quits when you're still drinking, Kiryu-san. I'll hang on for as long as I can.
Do you always go this hard? Your subordinates must have a tough time keeping up.
Power harassment is a prominent concern in the underground these days. I never force a subordinate to drink. I won't deny that there's merit in ruling by fear, but you won't last for long with that alone.
That all makes sense. It's becoming more and more apparent that you're a natural-born leader. That reminds me, does Komijul still monitor the whole town? All the information you've extracted is the source of Komijul's power, am I right?
Right, but it's not like I keep track of every little detail. One of my rules is that my confidant only brings me crucial information.
And by confidant, you mean Jungi Han?
Of course. He's a very capable man, and one of unwavering loyalty at that. I'd say he's the perfect right-hand man, if only he weren't so snarky. But there are others I consider my confidants. Some are even from my father's generation.
Your father's generation, huh? Must be close to my age, then.
You're right. The elders of the organization are like my great and wise uncles. Every now and then, I'll get an earful from them.
So even you have something you're afraid of.
They were part of the Jingon Mafia before Komijul. Back in their prime, they had a healthy rivalry with the Tojo clan. Probably a little before you made a name for yourself. I've heard a lot about your heroics, so having someone like you sit right next to me is sort of unnerving.
What was that?
Oh, it's nothing. Forget I said anything.
I'm sure he was
Former
paying attention,
Jingon
heard everything you
Mafia.
said.
I hope they don't disapprove of you siding with me.
Well, I'm not sure myself how they feel about all this, but even if they do disapprove, I can take care of it. I wouldn't worry about those old gents. After all, what I say goes.
And she's got the hots for you, bro.
I guess I really can count on you for anything. I'll let you handle it then.
Perfect. That's all I ask for. Feel free to rely on me anytime.
So I'm assuming her
Nothing you
storyline's
can
gonna come
do.
back to those old guys
All right.
being pissed.
Thanks, Sunhee. Glad to have you on my side.
And then we probably have to fight him.
Ijincho has been a little too quiet lately. I was honestly hoping for some excitement.
Oh, we're gonna make some.
Now, with you in town, things are bound to get interesting.
Hold on. Are you expecting something dangerous to happen?
Not necessarily. A toast, Kiryu-san? Let me welcome you to my town once more.
Of course.
Welcome to Ijincho, Kazuma Kiryu. Cheers.
Cheers. Clink. Nosy ass bartender just staring at us.
Oh,
Looks like someone's enjoying herself.
was that the impression you got?
It was indeed.
Well, just between you and me, I was a nervous wreck. He's the Dragon of Dojima, a living, breathing legend, leagues above me in the underworld. I can't afford to look stupid in front of Kiryu-san, especially as a representative of Ijincho. Did I say anything weird to him?
Not as far as I know.
All right. I won't dwell on it if you say so.
And I do say so.
Imagine me drinking with the Kazuma Kiryu. Just the two of us. Guess I'm not doing too bad.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna drink some more.
Hey, Sunhee. Is this seat open?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. As you can see.
Something the matter? You look a little down.
Oh, don't mind me. It's nothing you need to be concerned about, Kiryu-san.
All right. I'll just wait until you feel like talking about the thing I shouldn't be concerned about. Don't mind me.
So that's how we're doing this? There's no winning with you, is there?
I see. So your officers, these great and wise uncles of yours, are acting suspiciously whenever you're not looking.
Yep, right so.
Yeah, basically.
It's gonna come back to the
A
old
lot
guys.
of people in Komi Jewel, the younger members in particular, have been complaining to me, saying they don't know what to do. The elders put up a front when I'm around, but when something goes sideways, they take it out on their younger subordinates. It's unbelievable. If they have a problem with how I run things, then they should say it to my face.
It's hard, having to deal with subordinates who are older than you, or who may even have more experience. Seems like the Queen of Komi Jewel has some troubles of her own.
It's a minor issue, and a personal one at that. It's really nothing you should be concerned about.
Those officers are around my age, aren't they? I could lend you a hand if you need it.
Oh, no, please don't. I am not saying another word so I can at least preserve what's left of my people's dignity.
To help each other. Or actually, you know what? We're a team now. There we go.
We're on the same team now, so there's no need to go about things alone. Just how long are you gonna treat me as a guest?
Well, for as long as I'm the face of this town. But I'm happy you consider us allies. Oh, happy is an understatement. I am over the damn moon right now.
Hmm? What was that? I didn't catch that last bit.
Oh, nothing. I was just saying that it's the thought that counts. Not only are you my guest, but you're also sick. You should put your health first and foremost.
Went straight for the jugular there.
There once were 3 organizations that kept a close eye on this town. Komi Jewel, the Liumang, and the Seiryu clan. While it may have looked like a 3-way power struggle on the surface, it was actually intended to prevent outside forces from entering. Compared to the past, Ijincho seems a bit too relaxed nowadays. I suppose as a side effect of the ongoing peace. There's not much I can do about that, but my reputation would take a major hit if you're caught worrying.
Yeah, I hear you. Guess that means there's nothing more I can say.
Maybe the alcohol's getting to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to come off so persistent.
Don't worry about it.
Perhaps I'm in no position to say this, but I prefer how Ijincho is now over how it was before. Even the Komi Jewel bunch has become quite social these days.
Yeah, I guess they have. I hear they actually started saying hi to people on the streets. With some of them, of course, not all.
Komijul used to have this image of being a secret organization that was always out of sight.
Without any rivals around, like the Tojo clan or the Omi Alliance, they're probably enjoying the peace while it lasts.
I see.
Oh, thanks for that, barkeep. I prefer Ijincho the way it is now, too.
Actually, that reminds me. An old regular from Komi Jewel gave me this.
What is it?
A mask worn by members of our organization. It's modeled after the ones used in traditional Korean performances. We would hide behind a mask whenever we had to get our hands dirty.
Right. But the owner of this mask said it's been a long time since he's had to wear it. Eventually, he amicably cut ties with the organization, got married, settled down in this town. He left this mask at the bar, saying he was turning over a new leaf.
Looks like Komijul's going through some changes.
Still, he shouldn't have given this mask away, much less to an outsider. Maybe I should tighten up operations.
I mean, is it that big of a deal?
Maybe you should loosen up a bit, Sunny. The way you carry yourself sometimes makes you appear real intimidating.
Some would say that's one of my good points, though. Better to look tough, so your subordinates know who's in charge. Jungi-han thinks so, too. But, what say you, Kiryu-san?
Well, your subordinates probably appreciate the fact that you're easy to read.
I see. You think so, too. These drinks taste even better when I'm with you, Kiryu-san.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm supposed to be dead, so I never thought I'd be able to enjoy a drink like this again. That's why I'm savoring every glass. Because I have a friend to drink with.
A friend? You consider me your friend?
Of course. Unless that's a problem.
Oh, not at all. I'm honored.
Clink. Nice. She wants to be more than friends.
Hey, Sunhee. Mind if I join you?
Of course I don't mind, but... How's your health, Kiryu-san?
Just fine. I am limiting my intake, believe it or not. Thanks for the concern, though.
I'll limit it with Nanba, though.
Really
Makes me
alright
drink
for you to
oolong
spend so
tea.
much time with us? Will your subordinates manage without you there?
I'm sure they'll be okay. There are hardly any issues that require my input. If they need me to get involved, then they know how to reach me. So there's no need to worry about me, Kiryu-san.
Your phone's ringing.
So it is. Just ignore it. I'm enjoying our time together right now.
But,
See? Now, if it's really important, they'll call again right away.
you gonna answer that?
Nothing could possibly be more important than enjoying a drink with you, Kiryu-san.
I appreciate the thought, but now I'm a bit on edge here.
Well, now that that's over, we can finally drink in peace.
Yeah, tell her. Be
Sunny,
persistent.
if you get another call, I want you to answer it right away. Now it's got me curious.
Fine. I don't mean to put off my work that much anyway. I suppose I have to take this then. Excuse me, Kiryu-san.
Yeah, of course.
What? This had better be important. Yeah, got it. Bye.
Everything okay? What'd they want?
All good. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. Just ran into a little bit of trouble.
Your subordinates called you multiple times, but it turns out it's no big deal.
Yeah, apparently a fire broke out on Komi Jewel Turf.
What?
Look, don't get so worked up. It was just a minor fire. But I've been told it might have been deliberate. Some guys from the Liumang roaming the area, allegedly.
Liumang? But I thought they were under your command, same as Komi Jewel.
Yeah, which is why I'm having them look into the matter. Again, no need to concern yourself with this. Well, that's enough of that.
Just tell me to mind my own business. So you know what? Fuck you. I'm done.
That sounds more important than having a drink. Don't worry about me. Go help your subordinates.
But
I'm done here. If I drink any more, then I won't hear the end of it from Nanba. Go show your face, even for just a second. Your subordinates need you there more than I do here.
fine, fine. Once you've made up your mind, you can be as stubborn as a mule. Guess we'll call it here.
All right. And hey, we'll drink again sometime. As long as you're up for it, of course.
There's nothing I'd love more. Well, see you.
It's tough having to lead an entire organization. Daigo really had his work cut out for him.
Oh, that was a short one.
Sunhee, what happened with that small fire? The one where the Liumang set fire to Komijol turf.
Oh, thanks for your concern, but I'd rather talk about literally anything else. There's some dissent within Ijincho, just something I have to deal with as a leader. Just nothing you should be worried about.
No can do. You shouldn't have to shoulder that burden all by yourself. Why don't you lay it on me? You mentioned before there aren't many people who can drink with you as equals.
I did say that, but... screw it. There really is no winning with you, honestly. I didn't want to air out our dirty laundry in front of you.
So it was arson. But nobody saw who did it.
Right. All we know right now is that the culprit was fully aware they were setting fire to Komi Jewel Turf.
Don't you find that a little strange?
How so?
If I remember correctly, your subordinate didn't hesitate to tell you that the Liumang was behind it. But how could they call them out without an eyewitness account?
So you've noticed. Impressive. Long story short, the accusations against the Liumang are false. There's no evidence pointing to the perp, so it's all bullshit. But someone managed to escalate that BS to me without having to go through any filters. That's the real problem.
What do you mean?
I'm saying the lie originated within Komijul, among the top brass at that.
In other words, one of the Komijul officers tried to deceive you with a false report.
Precisely. He probably made his underlings start the fire, then spread the rumor that the Liumang was behind it. This act of betrayal only serves to escalate tension between Komijul and the Liumang. I can't turn a blind eye to it.
You're right. One wrong move and it'll lead to an all-out war between the two of them.
Truth is, some people aren't too happy to see Komijul and the Liumang getting along. By deepening the division and sowing discord, they'll be able to pin the blame on me for failing to take action. That's the traitor's end goal. He wants to chase me out and seize my throne to rule Komijul himself.
You managed to dig all that up? Then did you find out who the traitor is?
I did, actually. He got sloppy when leaking the rumor. Turns out the traitor is the eldest of Komijul's officers. His name is Hanchul Sa.
So,
Let's go.
that's him there, huh?
Total dipshit.
One of my great and wise uncles I've talked about before. At his age, he should be thinking about retirement. Guess he wanted to make a name for himself before going out.
By betraying you, no less. If he's the oldest, then the two of you must go way back.
Talk it out, yeah.
You should talk it out first and try to reach a peaceful compromise. If there's conflict between officers, things could get out of hand.
Unfortunately, I can't have them thinking I'm some pushover. I appreciate the advice, but now's not the time.
See, I'm gonna cut his head off.
This is such a mess. I really didn't want you to see me like this. I can't believe I just spilled everything to you.
Was Hanchul Sa dissatisfied about something? I doubt he'd plan a coup for no reason.
I can't think of anything. Except for the fact that I'm younger than him, and a woman. Considering he's a man who's faced countless adversities in battle, perhaps he doesn't want to end up under a leader like me.
Most old men probably would think so.
I've received the same report from different sources stating that Hanchul Sa is secretly rallying people to rebel. Saying crap like, Sun He is capable for a woman, sure, but weak-willed, and other people are more suited to lead.
So, he's been working the rumor mill.
I can find out anything and everything that happens in Ijincho. Hanchul Sa won't be able to keep up with the information warfare. But people look up to him as a legend of the past. My generation grew up listening to stories of his heroics. He once fought to the death with the Tojo clan back in its heyday. I never thought he would ever become my enemy.
A man too full of pride is a man stuck in time, unable to move on. Nothing more than a relic of the past.
Yeah, that old man's far too reckless for his own good. Oh, but he's older than you, Kiryu-san. Much older. You're not even in the same age group.
You don't have to force yourself to say that. More importantly, what do you plan to do about him? As the head, it's up to you to decide how to deal with traitors.
See, this is exactly why I didn't want to talk about this with you, Kiryu-san. Truth be told, I haven't made up my mind yet.
It's a tough call with how complicated the situation is. A leader should be swayed by their emotions. Take your time to think it over. I'll be thinking too.
Take your time to think it over. I'll think of something too.
Look, I'd appreciate the help. If only we could have talked about something sexier instead.
True.
Nice.
Dealing with a traitor is not a very sexy topic.
Thank you, Kiryu-san. Sharing your suspicions with someone else does help clear things up.
Yeah, it certainly seems so.
I'm sure you have other things to do, though. Your own problems are even more pressing than mine. I don't want to cause you any trouble, so...
So?
Can we just drink and talk about something stupid now?
Sure. What better way is there to booze?
You really do get me. Always have.
Alright, one more to go with her. Let's fuck up an old man. Looks like Sanhee's on the phone. She mentioned before that there was a traitor in Gomi Jewel. Let's have a phone call about that.
Got it. Thanks for the report. I'll be there soon.
That it is.
You guys have to stand down. We won't come out of this unscathed, considering we're up against Hanchul Sa.
What's going on? You were just on the phone with a subordinate, right?
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I just finished my drink, so I'll be leaving now.
Wait, Sanhee. It sounded like you don't have enough hands on deck.
Psh, I'm the queen of Komi Jewel. I always have enough hands.
Suzuki-san, it's rare for you to be stood up.
I doubt I even had a chance. Do you happen to know anything
Oh,
about
he
what Sanhee is
does.
dealing with right now?
As much as it pains me to snitch, it seems that a hostile faction in Komi Jewel started an insurrection.
An insurrection?
About 10 of them, all led by Hanchul Sa, have been attacking one Liu Mong shop after another. It's likely they're aiming to start a war as quickly as they can to try and overthrow Sanhee-san.
Things have already escalated that far?
As the queen, she needs to bring Komi Jewel under control herself before the Liu Mong retaliates.
Which Liu Mong spots are they hitting up? Do you know where they are?
I take it you intend on helping her?
Of course.
I understand how you feel, but you ought to know that Sanhee-san can't accept an outsider's help. Unless she demonstrates authority and resolves this situation herself, the same thing will keep happening.
Please, time is of the essence. There's no way I could relax and knock back some drinks after hearing all that.
That's not the only problem, by the way. I've noticed she's been trying to act tougher than usual whenever she's around you. My guess is that she wants to look more put together in front of her hero. You should be more considerate. Take her feelings into account.
Now's not the time for that.
Oh, right. I do have something that could come in handy. Wear this, and you'll look like any other Komi Jewel. Sanhee-san won't even bat an eye.
That's genius. I owe you one, bartender.
Oh, the mask. Very smart thinking, bro. Hear anything that was going to come into play.
I have always thought of you as a hero. Why would you do this?
That's right. I am a hero. But should a hero be forced to spend the rest of his life under the thumb of a little girl? Only a man of brute force, undeterred by bloodshed, can rule the underworld. I'm a woman. I'm taking what is rightfully mine.
So that's Hanchul Sa.
Take a good look, Sanhee. Don't your underlings make for a pathetic sight? They actually thought they stood a chance against me. Arrogant greenhorns. There's no soldier worth his salt within the present-day Komi Jewel. I've spent my days wreaking carnage during the Tojo clan's prime. I will bring change to this pitiful organization of yours. What's so funny?
You, Hanchul Sa. You've gone senile. Sounds like you're under the impression that you could beat me, if only by brute force.
Of course I can. But I'll let this slide, as long as you get on your knees and surrender. And swear to all of Ijincho that you're relinquishing your post as Komi Jewel's commander-in-chief.
That's all? Anything else?
Let's see. Ah, yes. Strip off your clothes when you kneel. Imagine. The Queen of Komi Jewel surrendering while mute. Don't you know? The common man loves a good show. You were never one who served to please.
What a pervy old man.
Huh. Good to hear.
Huh?
The proud warrior I once knew is dead to me foolish man I see here is nothing but a shell of his former self. Now I have no qualms meting out punishment as your leader.
Foolish girl. You only have a single underling left on your side. Give it up. You can't win.
Don't listen to him. I will win. Even if I have to fight alone.
You're telling me she doesn't know it's
You wanna
him?
run, now's your chance.
No, I cannot do that. Whatever you decide, I will see it through to the end, Sunny.
That voice.
Wow, she really doesn't.
Don't pay me any mind. Hanchol Sa is approaching, so please brace yourself for battle.
Right.
Look lively, men. It's time for a new era. Down with the queen.
Well, let's get started.
Alright, let's kick their ass. You know what? Let's tag team. Fucking why not?
All right, let's finish it together. We only need one shot.
Fucking wrecked.
What's the holdup? Follow my think you can handle this?
And you're done. And my phone died. Oh shit. Oh, dropped my phone.
How could I, the Hanchol Sa, have lost?
Poor judgment, I'd say. That's just too bad. For you, I mean. Age has not been kind to you, Since you messed with the Liumang, I'll just hand you over to them so they can decide what to do with you. Unfortunately, that means I can't guarantee your life.
No, please. Wait, Sunny. I'm sorry. I was in the wrong.
Get your hands off her. Nice.
In the underworld, you can't play ignorant and expect to get away with it. You were the one who taught me that. Hey, you! Thanks for the help. You really saved me back there. I didn't know we had someone like you in our organization.
It's an honor to be of service to the Queen.
Why don't you take off your mask?
My apologies, but it is more imperative to tend to the injured as soon as possible. Pardon me, ma'am, but I should go look for help.
Fine. Go on ahead. Have you been drinking here ever since I left earlier? Kiryu-san, a long drinking session is no good for your health, you know?
It's fine. I didn't drink that much.
Then I guess I'll take this seat. So... Did the bartender lend you that Komi Jewel mask?
Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, looks like I made you worry quite a bit. But if that's how you want it, I'll play along. Right, bartender? You got involved too, didn't you?
I'm afraid I'm just as in the dark as you are.
Sure, of course you are. God, neither of you open up about your past or your secrets very easily. You two are certainly veterans in that field.
How about a drink, Sunny? Just relax. Try not to give the bartender such a hard time.
You two might be the only ones alive who'd treat me like a child. Then again, perhaps that's why I'm rather fond of this bar. To good friends and good drinks. Cheers.
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 So what happened to that one traitor in Komi Jewel? What was his name again? Hanchol Sa?
You're still keeping up the act? Huh. Well, my lips are sealed. It's a Komi Jewel issue. Outsiders don't need to know. Okay, dealing with Kiryu-san is one thing, but why is the bartender smirking? That's poor customer service, you know.
Look at her, giving us the cold shoulder.
Yeah, she has a point. That won't fly in the service industry, bartender.
All right, you two.
Very nice. All right, she's done. Now time for Sajan. All right, before I start hers, I will be right back.
Hey there, Kiryu-san. Are you here for a
I wonder
drink?
what hers is going to be about.
You, sure that'll be okay?
No need to worry about me.
Oh, please.
I like doing all this bonding shit took me like
But
fucking 2 hours
since
already.
You're already here. There just so happens to be a seat right next to me.
Great. I'll take you up on that.
So much for story progress, right? I mean, this is definitely worth it though for
You're a
let's get
mama
through
with
fights
a
faster and
great
shit.
name.
The tag
I'm
team
not
abilities.
just a mama. I'm the owner of the whole joint. After the previous owner passed away,
Oh, that's the one thing I wanted to say for
one led to another, and I ended up taking over.
the recordings too, and the stream
Younger
is the
girls are usually the ones serving the customers.
cabaret club stuff.
Sometimes I lend them a hand too.
Guess I should be paying you for this conversation then.
Mm-hmm. Cough it up, mister. But I guess you did help us out before, Kiryu-san, so let's just call it even. I won't be taking any money from you. Oh, whoops. I should be calling you Suzuki-san instead, right?
It's gotta be hard calling me Suzuki all the time. You can call me Kazuma if you want.
Yeah. I don't think I can do that. Might be a little awkward if the two of us were suddenly on a first-name basis.
Fair enough. You don't have to call me Suzuki, by the way. Just put it out of your mind.
Okay, roger that. You know, you give off this air of sophistication even when you're sipping a drink. You look like such a gentleman.
Same goes to you. You look like the very picture of elegance, sitting here, drinking alone.
Oh, yeah? Maybe working at the club has actually sucked the youth out of me.
I'm sure that it takes more than youth and vigor alone to become a successful business owner.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe that's why the men who come on to me are starting to change up their pickup lines.
Really now? How so?
Well, they don't stop at dating. And by that, I mean they start hinting at marriage. Or, you know, things like that.
Those are some intense customers.
They're not like that at all around the younger girls. But I seem to attract a lot of customers like that. The type of guy who's looking to get hitched. Guess that means I'm at the right age for that. People are starting to look at me that way now. At least that's the sort of vibe I get. Actually, get this. One of the guys hitting on me is pretty rich, and he has a lot going for him.
Sounds like you don't mind that at all.
I wouldn't say that. Honestly, I'm not looking to get married. I'm plenty satisfied with how my life is right now. On the other hand, there's my twin sister. I keep thinking she needs to tie the knot with her boyfriend and settle down already. I mean, she's at the perfect age to get married. If she doesn't hurry, she'll let the chance slip by.
Something's not adding up here. If she's your twin, wouldn't that make her the same age as you?
I know. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. I'm aware I've just been making excuses, trying to justify myself.
As long as you know, I won't comment.
By the way,
Hmm?
did Ichiban say anything about me when you guys were in Hawaii?
Let me think. But why do you ask? Are you worried about him?
Well, not exactly.
I mean, she hasn't talked to him
I
at all,
just
so.
haven't talked to him in a while. He did something that pissed me off.
And how long is a while?
Nah, just leave it. All that matters is that he's doing okay.
It's pretty long, bro.
This is Ichiban we're talking about. No matter where he goes, I can't imagine him being anything but his stubborn, cheerful self. Kiryu-san? What's up? Why'd you get all quiet?
Talking about another man in front of me. Yeah.
You've got something to say to Kasuga. I'll hear you out. I don't mind playing the messenger.
Something I want to say to him? I can't really think of anything, though. But thank you for that.
It doesn't have to be right now. Offer's valid whenever you want. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Yeah, of course.
What can I say to that? You know, if I keep spending more time with you, Kasuga might get upset.
Oh, no. We're not like that at all. The two of us are just friends.
Sure. Well, let's drink again sometime when we get the chance.
Dude, is
Or if you don't
Kitty gonna
mind.
be fucking Kazuga's fucking wingman here?
Not at all. I'd love to, in fact. Just make sure your health doesn't get any worse, Kiryu-san.
You got it. I look forward to doing this again.
Yeah, same here. It's been fun.
Karaoke fever. Someone's daydreaming.
Hey, Saiko. Mind if I join you for a drink?
Yeah, go ahead. I've been saving this seat just for you, Kiryu-san. Gotta keep an eye on the sickly, you know. Make sure he's not drinking too much.
That's so. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you. When you're hitting on a woman, are you the attentive type? The kind of man who takes care of all of her needs?
I'd say so, yeah. But not to the point where I'd embarrass myself.
Have you ever given someone a bouquet?
That's not my style. I've never done that myself, but I think it's actually pretty bold.
Okay, but if a guy gave you enough roses to nearly fill your room every single day, that'd be crazy, right? And crazy expensive to boot.
I should have done that too. Let's do that one.
I'm with you there, but maybe I should have tried that back in the day.
Wait, seriously? Well, I'm sure you could still pull it off, so don't take yourself out of the game just yet. Anyone would be thrilled to get flowers from you, Kiryu-san. Honestly, it's kind of cute when a guy tries his best not to act embarrassed.
Right. Whatever you say. So what's with the rose talk? Did some guy actually try to woo you with a bouquet or two?
You're pretty sharp, Kiryu-san. That is spot on.
He must be quite the character then. Alright, I'm listening. So what kind of guy is he?
He's the CEO of some consulting firm that just started up here in Ijincho. He's young, only like a year older than me. After his first visit to the club, he asked me on a date, and I figured it wouldn't hurt to say yes. And ever since then, he's been sending me a ton of roses every day. To my club and to my home. It doesn't really bother me, and I just feel bad if I told him off for it.
You shouldn't, though. Was this pretty recent?
Yeah, like, since last month?
The guy seems head over heels for you. Those flowers can't be cheap either.
And on top of that, he even slips in stuff like marriage and our future whenever we're having a conversation.
So this CEO guy is the same customer who was pressing you about getting hitched.
Yep. I mean,
So basically,
honestly,
she's gonna end up
wasn't
turning him
by
down, and
accident,
he's gonna get
he does
violent,
seem
and
to
we're gonna
know
kick
how
his
to treat a
ass.
woman.
Got it.
He's attentive, and he never runs out of things to talk about. And he's funny, too. Some girls might even call him perfect.
Seems like you don't think too badly of Mr. CEO either.
Huh. Does it come off that way? Oh, yeah. That reminds me.
What's up?
I heard Ichiban is doing just fine over there. He's
Uh-oh.
hanging around with that one girl, right? Chitose-chan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So, what's she like?
She's wonderful, but not as lovely as you. Should we make her worried? Let's do it.
Chitose is the daughter of the Fujinomiya family, so you could say that she's pretty unique.
That's what I've heard too. Being born into a family like that is already way impressive.
At first, I thought she was just a petty thief. Kasuga and I both got played by her.
Chitose-chan more or less stripped Ichiban of everything he owned and threw him out, right? Wasn't he being way too careless?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he went all the way to Hawaii to meet his mom. He should have kept his head on straight.
But Kasuga wasn't seduced by her. He only got his drink spiked. On top of that, she told him she was Akane-san's housekeeper. I don't think he had much reason to suspect her. Yeah, he let his guard down, but I wouldn't blame him.
Uh-huh. So you're taking Ichiban's side, Kiryu-san? That man never changes. I'm not sure if it's because he's gullible or what.
It's hard to leave him alone, isn't it?
Incredibly. I know from personal experience.
He bears his heart to anyone, so I'm positive he doesn't look at Chitose the way you think he does. Does that make you feel any better?
What? Look, if Ichiban's getting friendly with a cute girl over in Hawaii, I'm happy for him. Really.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she's the one who rejected him, so it's like,
And what are you chuckling at? What's so funny?
if you're into him,
huh?
just fucking
That
fess
does
up
it.
already. It's been a
I could
year.
Drink all night long. I don't know if it's just your age talking or what, but that calm attitude of yours just pissed me off. Heck, how would you like it if I stripped you down today, Kiryu-san?
Careful. I'm a sick man, remember? Have mercy on me.
Hey, what are you smirking about?
Someone's got fucking issues. More drink link.
Hey, Psycho. Did you just get here?
Yeah, but something's been bugging me. Can't even get a nice buzz.
You alright? What's bugging you?
It's that whole dating thing we talked about last time. You know, with that consulting firm CEO.
Right, him. Still going on about marriage, I take it.
That he is.
Guess there's no time to rest for the popular.
I don't think he drops by the club for fun either. He's just there, hitting on me the whole time. He doesn't even glance at the younger girls. Sure, he looks like a womanizer, but at least he's got money. His business seems to be doing well too. I just don't get why he's so focused on me.
You think he's got an ulterior motive?
I've got some money saved up, just like anyone else, but this guy's definitely better off than me. So if it's not about the money, then that means he fell for my beauty, charm, and intellect. Naturally.
Yeah.
Naturally. Knowing all that, I can say this with full confidence. That man is just crazy for you.
Well, even so, I'm not really thinking about marriage. My club might be on the small side, but I like being able to run things my way. I've even told him myself that I'm not planning to get married. But he's pressing so hard. It makes me wonder if he's after something, you know? Is it safe to assume that he's probably got some kind of hidden motive? 'Cause it is a little creepy.
You know what? Yeah. Let's be real.
Are you a little scared of falling in love?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you are.
I've never thought of it that way. I doubt I'll ever experience true love myself, though. For better or worse, I've met my fair share of men back when I was a hostess.
I'm sure most of them were all over the women, too. I can understand why you'd want to lump all men together. But among them, there has to be one guy who loves you for you. No strings attached. Hard to tell if he's one of them.
This guy is... Well, I told you that he founded a consulting firm, right? But he's also the son of a CEO of another large company. Judging by his background alone, you could say he's set for life. But even though he's wealthy, he tries not to rely on his parents. Seems like he really struggled on his own for a while.
You know, it's starting to sound like you admire the guy.
It's easy to figure out who's struggled in life once you get a conversation rolling. In that respect, he's not just another rich kid. He can be serious, but he can also let loose and have fun. I think people like him are pretty reliable. I've had enough rose bouquets for a lifetime, though.
You know, this is just something my imagination cooked up. But I can see Casca doing his own thing with roses, too.
Yeah. That's not gonna get him anywhere, though, because he doesn't understand what really matters.
Well, at least with him, he wouldn't have to worry about a hidden motive. He'd make it too obvious. He's not such a bad guy.
Okay. You know, Kiryu-san, sounds to me like you're trying to talk him up. Let me guess. You heard something, didn't you? Like, oh, I don't know, how Ichiban asked me out on a date?
You know what? Let's hear from you.
I want to hear your side of the story. I've only overheard Kasuga and Nanba talking.
So, nobody told you anything about it?
Well, we were pretty busy over in Hawaii. We had to rush through an entire laundry list of things to get them done. Now I finally have room to breathe. And to drink.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sounds like something happened on your date?
Yeah, sure was something. He proposed to me on our first date of all things.
No kidding. That's a very Kasuga thing to do. But I assume it didn't go well, considering you're not on speaking terms.
It did not, no. Ichiban just kept going on and on about what he wanted us to be when we got married. Obviously shows how much he's thought about it. Yeah, I know he can be a bit awkward when it comes to this kind of stuff. But honestly speaking, that's not exactly what I wanted to hear.
But you weren't against the proposal?
Well, we've known each other for a long time. I guess Ichiban figured his feelings wouldn't change. Not then and not in the future.
So I take it you didn't completely hate the idea.
Well, truth be told, got my heart fluttering. I'm pretty sure that I was feeling just as nervous as Ichiban was that day.
No kidding. Right now, I'm the one getting all worked up listening to this.
Yeah, I know, right? Enough of that. Seriously, how do we always end up talking about Ichiban when we're drinking together?
I mean, you're the one that brings him up.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Let's talk about your love life for a change, Kiryu-san. Anything new with you?
I've been a sick, lonely man for a good while now, but I had my fair share of romance in the past.
Oh yeah? I'm listening.
Well, a long time ago. Soon after I was placed in foster care. She arrived. The moment I laid eyes on her, I felt something special between us. In the past, I was innocent, eager.
But then?
It'll take me more than a day or two to get through this story. That and, I'm starting to doze off.
What? Seriously? That is so not
He's
fair.
just getting emotional.
It'll make time to tell you the whole story. Once I'm in better shape.
Uh-huh, sure. And when will that be? I'm gonna have you schedule that for a later date then.
Don't ask for the impossible. Once you get to my age, you never know when you'll be in good shape again.
Don't give me such a half-assed excuse then.
Complain all you want. I'm not budging.
Okay. 2 more to go. That's not what I wanted. You know what? Fuck it. We're here. Hey, have a bouquet. It's for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Or maybe this is the last one. Looks like Psycho's on the phone. I'll wait for her to finish her call.
Okay, got it.
Did I do 4 already?
Don't worry about
I thought I only did 3.
Let me know straight away from now on. Yeah, thanks.
What's up? Is there a problem?
Yeah, something came up at the club. I don't want to bore you with the details, Kiryu-san.
I can't ignore my friends when they're in trouble. If you've got a problem, there is no way I'm turning a blind eye to it.
Really? Wow. I'm happy to hear that. It's just a minor issue, honestly, but those do tend to pair perfectly with some drinks.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sadly, no. I don't think so.
So, a problem at the club, was it? That usually means sales aren't up to snuff, or the staff got headhunted.
Or sometimes you'll have the Yakuza harassing you, trying to make you cough up protection money.
I hear the Seiryu clan hasn't been going around doing that lately.
Really now? Good to hear. But yeah, one of our business rivals is headhunting our girls. Of course, that's not illegal here in Ijincho. Since the economy's down, everyone's desperate to survive.
How many girls did they poach from you?
So far, just the one. But it looks like they approached 4 or 5 other girls.
That's no minor issue.
If they all get headhunted, we're done for. I taught these girls everything they know. We won't be able to keep the club running without them. But that's not the worst of it. People are saying I'm trying to close up shop, which only makes it easier to drive these girls away from us.
Wait, they're saying what now?
Rumor has it that I'm totally on board with marrying that consulting firm CEO. It's true he hasn't been subtle about it, so other people assume I'm happy about the whole thing. That makes the rumor about me shutting down the club seem more plausible.
If that's really the case, then no wonder the girls think it'd be better to move to another club.
And the cherry on top? Nobody told me about the headhunting right away because they cared about my happiness. In fact, they finally let me know in that last phone call.
Really? And you didn't want to tell me? This is getting out of hand.
Honestly, I'm more shocked that my girls kept this from me. Especially because I figured telling them to open up to me would be the best way to keep things casual. By the way, is it just me, or is there just too fine a line between caring and being overbearing lately?
When you climb up to a higher position, that may create a rift between you and other people. It happens. But something's bugging me about the headhunting.
Huh? What about it?
Don't you think this could all be a setup?
A setup? By who?
Yeah, this guy.
The CEO of the consulting firm who's been pursuing you. It all makes sense. His constant proposals made it easier for the girls to leave the club.
You really think so?
All the girls at your club were trained by you, so they likely feel a deep sense of gratitude. Normally, they wouldn't be persuaded so easily. They would have reported to you right away, so you could deal with it appropriately.
Yeah, that's how it should have gone, but
Too much of a stretch?
I've told you before, right? That CEO's loaded, so he's not exactly strapped for cash. Why would someone like that be headhunting hostesses?
That's true.
And I don't mean to flatter myself here, but he takes each and every proposal seriously. If this was some kind of marriage scam, I would have seen right through him.
Can't argue against that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to blow up at you. But I'll look into this incident anyway, just in case, to see if he's involved.
Sorry if I offended you. I crossed the line even though I don't know much about running a business.
It's fine. No offense taken. You're pretty much the only one who'd hear me out on these kinds of things lately, Kiryu-san.
I'm glad I could lend you an ear. Feel free to try and bore me all you want.
I think I might take you up on that.
And then there was one. Let's look at more party members, which... Looking at the cover... They might be. At least one more. I think for each of them.
Yeah, but is that really true? I just can't believe it. Gotcha. I guess I was wrong about the whole thing. I'll go check it out myself. Depending on how things go, this could mean war.
Looks like something happened with Psycho-san.
Yeah, something alarming at that. Especially if it means war.
If I recall correctly, the two of you have talked about it before. About how her girls being headhunted may have been part of a ploy.
That's right. I guess the CEO who's been fawning over her was behind everything.
Not so sure about that. It's hard to say, going by that phone call alone.
Excuse me. Are you Suzuki-san? Thanks for looking out for our mama.
Who? You talking to me?
Who else would she be talking to? You're the only Taichi Suzuki here.
You mentioned your mama.
How did he forget his own
Psycho's
fucking
girls?
Yeah, she
name?
was just here, right? I came to stop her from rushing into trouble, but she hung up before I could get a word in.
Oh,
So the person Psycho was
let's go
talking to.
help her.
Yep, it was me.
What's going on?
Right. You know that CEO making a move on our mama? Turns out he has connections with the rival club.
The rich guy with a consulting firm?
Yeah, him. Apparently, he and the manager of the rival club ran in the same circles back in college. Mr. CEO was always looking out for him. Anyway, it sounds like the club manager asked his old pal to keep hounding our mama to keep her from noticing all the headhunting.
So Psycho went to give those guys a piece of her mind. That's what you thought she'd be in trouble, right?
Yeah, she sounded pretty pissed, so I figured I had to stop her.
All right, I'll go check on her then. Do you know where this club is?
Oh, yeah, I do, actually.
I can't believe you've been wasting my time. So tell me, was everything just a ruse so you could pick apart my whole crew?
Well, guess this is the end of the line. You caught me. I did help him headhunt for his club, yes. It was a request from an old friend, see. He always comes to me whenever he's in a pinch.
Sorry about all this. I'll clean up this mess.
It's fine. But, Psycho-san, listen. I know you're angry, but I think there's been a little misunderstanding.
Uh-huh. Sure there is. But now that I know what you're after, I can see right through you. You're just a pair of scumbags.
Hey! Watch your mouth. My friend here makes millions in a month. And you're just a mama from some cheap-ass club.
What, you expect me to change my tune just because he's filthy rich? This is between me and him, so buzz off, dumbass!
You bitch! Guess you didn't need my help after all. That's quite a face you're making, Psycho.
Oh. Hey, Kiryu-san. Why are you here?
I got word you were pissed at a guy for using you, but you seem to be keeping a cool head.
Well, yeah. I just want them to quit snatching up my girls. Well, that and having them swear never to do that again.
Right. So that's why you got yourself a bodyguard. But that makes things easier for us. You know, since I'd rather not lay a hand on a lady and all.
Can we not? I didn't come here to deal with you.
I don't want to get dragged into this either. At least, wait until I leave?
No can do, man. Gotta hit him hard and fast to come out on top. The guy's hired by the Psycho Makoto. You can bet she's got something up her sleeve. old man's probably gonna put up a good fight.
Hold on. I think you've got the wrong idea now. Just FYI, you're messing with the wrong person. I can't tell you his name, but I'm warning you, he's strong enough to be called a legend.
Like I'm falling for that. Come on, boys! Time to
Well,
shut 'em
your
up!
funeral, bro. She warned you.
Bring it on.
Let's go, low lives.
Follow my lead.
Here,
Think you can handle this?
Oh, that's how I got better. Cool.
try and stop me. Counting on you, here you son.
Bring it on.
Oh, this is a heal unit? Oh, that was a waste.
I won't hold back.
Hope you're ready.
Do 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 do.
Don't mind if I do.
Follow my lead.
Try and stop me. This ought to help.
I won't hold back.
And you're done.
Hope you're ready.
I'll follow your lead.
Too bad.
We have a winner.
What the hell are you?
A legend.
I did say you messed with the wrong guy.
Wait, please! I really can't fight or anything! This has all been a misunderstanding, Psycho-san!
Sure about that?
Give it up already, won't you? The manager here asked you to toy with me, didn't he? You
The
think I was in a
shiny-ass
rush to
suit.
get married since I'm right at that age? So you played it up thinking I'd bite?
Just a second. Why do you insist Psycho's misunderstanding something? Spit it out.
I admit it. At first, I did try to get close to Psycho-san at my friend's behest. He wanted me to draw your attention. That way he could poach all the girls you've trained yourself. As for me, I thought I could have some fun with a young, beautiful mama who works hard to earn her money with her own club.
Can you hurry up and get to the point already? Because you're just adding fuel to the fire right now.
I apologize. Just please, let me say my piece.
Fine, I'm listening.
After dating you, I started to fall for you. Your personality and your business philosophy, and that's when I realized if I were to find a partner for life, I can't see myself with anyone but you.
What are you saying?
Do you truly hate me, Psycho-san? I was kind of hoping I still stood a chance, however slight.
No luck, Bell.
I've got money and the looks, if I do say so myself. My business is doing well, and I love kids. And I fully understand that my personality needs some fixing.
Wait. Are you seriously trying to propose to her right now?
I am. I hadn't been interested in marriage at all, not until recently. Too many women have tried to get close to me, their eyes set on the fortune I've made. But Psycho-san is different from them. She cared not a whit for my money. She's always brimming with confidence, even when she relies on someone else. You're beautiful and thoughtful. With someone like you at my side, I'm sure I could learn how to support another. In the beginning, I had
The fuck did those come from?
farce, but now I believe we could create the perfect family together. That doesn't sound like such a bad deal, right? You can even drop your modest little club. I guarantee that my old friend will take good care of your girls at his place. From a business perspective, surely you understand how this would benefit you.
What bullshit.
Huh?
I'm done listening to your stupid, long-winded excuse, so now you listen to me. First, run off to that little friend of yours. Tell him not to come near my girls. Ever. If he tries to pull another stunt like that again, he's as good as dead in this town. I'll crush that little club of his and kick you two out of Eugene myself.
But what about my proposal?
I'm not done talking.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, but your words didn't get my heart racing. But I admit, it takes balls to propose given your current situation. Maybe that would have worked on some other girl, but not me. But if you keep coming on to me, I will humiliate you so badly you will never recover from the shame.
Oh, God!
Don't you ever come looking for me again, if you know what's best for you. It's over. Goodbye.
You're a tough one. Guess I didn't need to check on you.
She's walking with a purpose. Purpose of anger.
Unbelievable! Like, seriously, do I only attract guys like him? They all try to weigh marriage with pros and cons, but I don't see a single goddamn pro from my end. Ugh! Idiots, all of them. This isn't a joke.
Sometimes that's just how it is.
I'm a businesswoman. I have my priorities sorted, unlike most guys.
Agreed. But maybe you ought to slow down. You're drinking too much too fast.
Well, excuse me, but I am pretty depressed right now. Is that how marriage proposals go nowadays? Or am I just old-fashioned?
Old-fashioned how?
Well, when I think of marriage, I think of a place two lovers end up after affirming their feelings for one another. But that CEO and even Ichiban,
Yeah?
they both said the same thing. Like, how they'd make me happy and what sort of dream we could live out together. But there's something more important than all of that. Why didn't he realize that? And he thought he could get away with it after knowing me for so long.
Look, maybe this is just my imagination.
Uh-huh.
The CEO and Kasuga's proposals, they both sounded the same to you, didn't they?
I mean, Ichiban's was probably worse, but yeah, they were pretty similar. Especially when it comes to saying what mattered most to me.
I figured as much.
What makes you say that?
I've spent a lot of time with Kasuga in Hawaii. His awkwardness aside, I do admire his passion. And by now, after having a few drinks with you, I can imagine what sort of date you went on and what you guys talked about. I'm sure he was spinning his wheels, trying so hard to convince you. Unfortunately, every point he made to win you over all meant the same thing to you. That there won't be a single con. And that wasn't what you wanted to hear when he was proposing, was it? But you can't bring yourself to tell him that you wanted to hear something else. Because of that, you spent all this time not talking to him.
You really think so? Actually, maybe you're right. Maybe that's what this is all about.
I can't answer that question for you. But I do have one piece of advice. Nobody knows when their life will be over. One day, you might be told your days are numbered.
Oh, Kiryu-san.
When you're young, you think you have all the time in the world. But the clock's ticking. I don't recommend you end things the way they are. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Kiryu-san.
No need to thank me. That was just the ravings of an old man.
If you say so. You know, I really loved my grandpa, so you can keep going on about the good old days if you want.
Hey now, I was just being modest there. Don't actually treat me like any other old man.
Yes, sir. Anyway, I'll slow down so we can take our time drinking.
Come on, how about a toast?
To what?
Let's see. To this very moment, to enjoy the rest of our lives to the fullest.
Not bad. I'll drink to that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Alright. Now that the fucking drink links are out of the way, we can continue the story finally.